This quick tip will show you how to echo a positive value into another cell as a negative value. The data that we'll use is from the Whoosh Corporation file. This is the one where you had to prepare a classified balance sheet. And I've already done a lot of the work for you. I've hidden the rows that have the income statement and the statement of retained earnings because we want to focus on the balance sheet. And I've even completed a portion of the balance sheet for you. I've entered all the current assets and their amounts and checked them off, which means that at this point we're ready to enter the non-current assets. The first non-current asset is our delivery truck, and the cost of that truck is $31,200. So if we go to the non-current asset section of our balance sheet and I select the delivery truck, we're now ready to enter the cost of that truck, the $31,200. I'm going to enter the cost of that truck in the first number column, which is the one where we put the details, and then we'll have to do some math in order to get the book value of the truck, because while it cost us $31,200, we've used up a portion of it, so we have to do some math to get the book value. So we'll put the detail pieces over in column 1, and then we'll shove that subtotal. When we have it, we'll shove that over into column 2. I'll echo in the cost of the truck as we normally would, since it's a positive amount. So I'll type in the equal sign, and then I'll click in the cell that has the value that I want to echo in and press enter. But when we bring in the accumulated depreciation account, which shows how much of that cost we've used up, it's showing as a positive amount here, and yet I need it to come into my balance sheet as a negative. So I'll show you how to do that. First of all, I'm going to get my accumulated depreciation line label in there. And then again, in the detail column, because I've got to get Excel to do some math before we'll know the subtotal or the book value that we'll shove over into column 2. To get that 650, which is a positive number in our trial balance, and bring it as a negative, I'm going to type in the equal sign where I want to see the result. Then I'm going to type in a minus sign. And that minus sign simply tells Excel to flip the sign of the value that we're bringing in. Since the value I'm bringing in is a positive, it's going to flip that sign to a negative. And when I press enter, there's my negative $650. If the value that we were echoing in had been a negative and we typed the minus sign in, it would flip the sign to a positive. So it works both directions. Then, because I've got my 650 showing as a negative, in order to do the math, all I have to do is tell Excel to add those two pieces. And because I've got a negative, it will end up subtracting that 650. And there's the book value of the truck. It's the cost minus the amount that we've used up. The value on our books is $30,550. And that's the subtotal that we want to include down here in our total assets. So I'm going to do this one more time so that you can see how we did this. Where I want to see the result as a negative, I'm going to type in the equal sign first, then type in the minus sign before I echo in that positive amount. The minus sign causes the sign to flip. And again, if you have a negative amount that you want to echo in as a positive, same thing. Type the minus sign in front, and it will flip the sign for you. And that's it.